Imagine your career options being limited because you signed a piece of paper years ago and you cannot work for a new great employer because of this piece of paper. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you more about the FTC ban, the proposed ban on non-compete agreements, where it is now, and how this could affect our career, your job, your next great opportunity. Let's talk about the federal judge banning this rule, yet let's also go back to April 2024, when the FTC announced that the rule banned non-competes and would generate over 85,000 new businesses each year, raise worker wages, lower healthcare costs, and boost innovation. Yet again, it was blocked by the federal judge. Now, let's just quickly talk through this. So they issued back in April a rule to promote competition by banning non-competes nationwide. Well, thank God. Okay, so this piece of paper that I signed that I couldn't work for a competitor no longer is valid. Well, back in April, that is. Okay, then it's supposed to protect the fundamental freedom of workers to change jobs, thankfully, increasing innovation, fostering new business. But again, it was recently blocked. We'll go to that article quickly. Just want you to see the backstory here. Non-compete clauses, this paper that you sign, keeps wages lower, suppresses new ideas, and robs the American economy of dynamism, including from the more than 8,500 new startups that would be created a year once non-competes are banned. Because right now, so if you sign this and you go to a competitor, that competitor could sue you, could sue the new employer. And they wanted to discourage that type of activity, yet it's still happening. If we scroll down, the FTC estimates that the final rule will lead to new businesses, 2.7% increase. Okay, great. They're saying about the same. Would lower healthcare costs up to 194 billion. Oh my gosh, that would have been amazing. But again, federal judge has blocked it. We'll go to that article soon. Non-competes are widespread and often exploitative practice, imposing contractual conditions that prevent workers from taking a new job or starting a new business. I've actually seen this happen so many times where I am helping a great job seeker, great professional. They receive an offer from a competitor and they're unable to take the offer, or they get harassed by the recent job that they held. Their employer's calling them saying, hey, you had signed this agreement. You cannot work for our competitor. I'm sorry. You signed this piece of paper, remember? Well, that wasn't supposed to be happening anymore. Yet again, the federal judge recently has shut this down, though. Now, just a quick note, I am not a legal expert. Please don't rely on me for all of the legal details. I do know some employment laws just because of my recruitment background and my career coaching background. But the recent news is that the FTC ban on worker non-compete agreements got blocked by a federal judge. And an estimated 30 million Americans are employed with non-compete agreements. How crazy is that? There are still non-compete agreements in a capitalistic society. Pretty crazy. Now, a sweeping federal ban on non-compete agreements, which was set to take effect for tens of millions of Americans nationwide on September 4th, is now permanently on hold. So what does this mean? Again, this means the employment agreement that you signed years ago that bans you from working for a competitor is still valid. So when you are approaching a new opportunity, you have to think through, is my current company going to come after me because I'm going to be working for a competitor? Make sure you get some legal guidance on this. This is really, really important. Make sure you read through your details. You won't believe how many times I've helped someone they get to the final stage and they don't realize they have a non-compete agreement that hinders them from getting employed by this new company. It's very sad, actually. Now, a federal judge in Texas upheld the challenge. Okay, now really, like, it's affecting 30 million Americans. 1 out of every 5 workers are employed with non-compete agreements. In industries ranging from tech to fast food, the FTC argues the agreements stifle workers' ability to switch jobs and earn higher wages, in which the FTC in this instance is right. You signed this, let's say 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You completely forget about your employment agreement and those fine details. And now it's getting in the way of your career growth. How fair is that? It is not fair. Hopefully things will change. I wanted to just raise awareness and make sure you are aware of this detail and get legal guidance if you need to. I highly, highly recommend that. I want to hear from you. What do you think about this? Should there be non-compete agreements, employment agreements? Should we ban them completely? Has this ever affected you? If you input more comments, it will raise more awareness. YouTube will push this out more. So please comment, let me know. I want to hear from you. And what I highly recommend before signing on this dotted line of your employment agreement, ensure that you read the fine print. Ensure you are assessing how this agreement will affect you long term. Don't just think short term, oh, I need this job. Oh, this company is great. Just assess. This company might be great. They might have a non-compete, but it might be surface level, which is good. But if it's so detailed and it goes on and on and on, you might want to just ask some questions to ensure you are fully aware of what you're signing up for. Thank you for watching till the end. Please subscribe if you haven't already.